Hello students and namaste everyone. I am Dhaval sir and our today's topic is your unit 4 poem, that is Amanda, from your first flight literature part, and the poet is Robin Klein. Right. So this is a poem regarding a small girl named Amanda. Right. So in the introductory paragraph, it is given that every child feels that he or she is controlled and instructed not to do one thing or the another. Right. So in our life, when we are very young enough, when we are not matured enough, right, our parents, they try to control us just because for the betterment of us, but we feel irritated, right? So in this poem also, this young girl is continuously or constantly nagged by her mother. So what is nagging, right? So nagging means to annoy someone by continuously or oftenly complaining about the appearance or the behavior of the other person, right? So that is known as nagging. Okay. So here in this poem, this young girl Amanda is being nagged by her mother. That means her mother continuously keeps on complaining, right? Keeps on scolding Amanda for doing this and not doing that, right? So she keeps on saying do this and do that and not to do this and not to do that. So uh, what all thing is included in this poem? So first I'll explain you the whole summary, and then I'll explain you the poem line by line. Okay, so first we'll try to understand the whole summary of the poem, right? So as I said, it is a poem about a small girl named Amanda, and about her mother who is continuously nagging her for her mistakes, right? And first she pointed out, right? So the first thing what the Amanda's mother is pointing out is her biting habit. She had the habit of biting her nails and for not sitting in the right posture. Now, posture means what? So, posture means the way we stand, the way we walk, the way we sit, right? So, the body movements shows the posture of a person, right? If I am sitting like this, then this is my posture. Okay, so not sitting in the right posture, right? So the mother feels that Amanda sits in a very lazy manner, right? So whenever her mother used to scold her, or whenever Amanda's mother used to means she kept on nagging at her, right? Then she always used to do something that was imagination. What she used to do, that is imagination. She always kept on imagining something about herself, right? So how she used to imagine, and what was the reason? The reason for her imagination was to uh, escape from the harassment, continuous harassment of her mother, right? uh, Many a times our parents also, they scold us, then we don't pay attention to them. In the similar manner or fashion, here Amanda, when her mother scolds her, she starts imagining herself with some or the other things related to that. Now what imaginations she did, and what, for what all things her mother scolded her, we'll see in this chapter, right? In this explanation. So first thing I said, that her mother scolded her for biting of the nails and for not sitting in the right posture. Okay, so at that time Amanda imagines herself as a mermaid. Now what is a mermaid? So it is believed that the mermaid means is a thing you have seen in characters like cartoons or anywhere or movies also. So they live in the water, right? Half body is of human being and half is of the fish. So that is a mermaid. So she imagines herself as a mermaid who lives a calm and relaxing life in the blue water, that is the beautiful sea. Okay, so that is what she does while her mother is scolding her to relax herself. Then there is a second instance when her mother is scolding for not cleaning her room and shoes, and also for not doing her homework. right? So when her mother is scolding her for these things, she imagines herself to be an orphan. Now orphan means what, right? A child who is not having mother or father, a child whose mother or father are dead. That person or that child is known as orphan. Why she imagines herself as an orphan? Because we know that orphan children are those who don't have parents and they don't have anyone to scold them or guide them, right? They are totally free, right? So therefore she enjoys or imagines herself to be an orphan, right? And then there is another instance where Amanda is scolding for eating too much chocolate, right? Too many chocolates. Now, why she is scolded? Because her mother says that by eating too many chocolates, you will have pimples on your face, right? Everyone know the pimples, right? So she is scolded for not listening to her mother, right? When her mother is scolding her at that time, Amanda, she ignores her mother, right? And she's not listening to her. So again her mother is scolding her for not listening or taking her seriously. At that time she imagines herself to be a Rapunzel. Rapunzel means it is a character, right? It is a fairy tale, right, in which the main character is Rapunzel, and she is a it is a German fairy tale. So she, Rapunzel, she lives in a huge tower, right? And when she's there all alone in the tower, she wants to live the life of a fairy where she can live peacefully, and she wants to live a life where no disturbance is there, right? So finally, when her mother asks her to be moody, right? Her mother says that if she'll be moody, that means whenever any person will come at their home, and if she is moody, she is not behaving in a proper way, and if her mother will scold her in front of everyone, then what others will think is that her mother is continuously scolding her, right? So she says that stop behaving in such a moody way, right? So that is how the poem gets over, right? So now we'll try to understand the poem in detail by reading it line by line and understanding each and every word. Okay? Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. So as I said in the first paragraph, what the mother is complaining her is regarding her biting of nails and about her sitting posture. That means her mother believes that she is not sitting in the right posture, she is sitting in a very lazy manner. So stop that slouching. So slouching is a way of sitting, walking and standing with the head and shoulders bent forward like this. Okay? And sit up straight. So she's telling her to sit up in a straight posture. Okay? So here there is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. So as I said here, when her mother is scolding her, she imagines herself to be a mermaid who is all alone and living a peaceful life in the sea, and there is no one to disturb her. Right? So that is it. Blissfully means completely or extremely happy. Okay? Next. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Right, so as I said in the second paragraph, that is for the next time her mother is scolding her for keeping her room and shoes tidy, that is neat and clean, and also for completing her homework. So at that time, what does Amanda think of herself? She thinks of herself to be an orphan. She thinks that if she was an orphan, it was a better thing because she could roam the streets. Right, I patter soft dust with my hand, bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. Because she believed that the orphan children, they have full freedom. There is no one to point out at their mistakes, and there is no one to scold them. Okay, moving further. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne. Amanda, will you please look at me when I am speaking to you? Amanda. So in this paragraph, the mother is again nagging her for eating the chocolates because it creates or gives pimple to Amanda, and she also scolds her because while her mother is scolding her, Amanda never takes it seriously and never pays attention to the mother, and therefore she scolds her to pay attention or look at her, right? Usually we also do the same thing. Whenever parents or teachers or anyone scold us, we don't look at them eye to eye, we do not make eye to eye contact, and we keep on looking down or we look here and there. So that is absolutely an inappropriate behavior or a bad thing. So whenever anyone is talking with us, we should look face to face with each other. Okay, so that is how Amanda is behaving, and her mother is scolding her. So at that time, Amanda imagines herself to be a Rapunzel. So as I said, Rapunzel is a German fairy tale, right? I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I will certainly never let down my bright hair. So as I said, Rapunzel is it is a German fairy tale, and what she is saying that like Rapunzel, she wants to live her life in the huge tower where there is peace. Tranquil means there is calmness, there is total peace, and rare, that means she will not allow anyone, there will be rarely any person who will come at their place, right? And she'll be having a total freedom, she'll live her life in a peaceful way. I will certainly never let down my bright hair. Okay, so ultimately through these lines she's trying to say that she'll not allow any person to enter her tower or the place where she is living. Stop that sulking at once, right? So sulking means to be angry or upset about something and to refuse to discuss with other people. So many a times such things happens with us also. Whenever our parents they scold us, we go to some or the other room and we don't talk with anyone, and we keep our head like this, and we behave in a very awkward way, right? You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. So as I said, that this time she is not imagining herself to be anything, right? And her mother is scolding her for being moody. Why? Because as I said, that if any person or anyone will look at Amanda, right, they will feel that her mother is constantly or continuously scolding her for nothing. Okay, so that's it, what the story is all about. And the moral of this story is that usually the children, right, they should be scolded or nagged in a very limited manner, right? If we continuously keep on nagging at them, right, so they will feel bad, and slowly and gradually they will start behaving in a disobedient manner. So at least some freedom should be given to the children, right? And we should not be extremely strict, or we should not be continuously nagging at them, right? And behaving in a friendly manner helps the children to develop themselves for a better life. So that's it for the poem, and I thank you everyone for watching the video.